So hello to all of you other guys who we didn't shake hands with. Nice to see you all.
We're very excited to be here today in New York City. I'm all the way from Sweden. And it's an honor to be able to pitch this idea for you guys. So I'm Jacob.
I'm Felix.
I'm Martin.
I'm Matilda.
All right, so City Harvest. Do we have the remote here? Okay. So City Harvest offers the best food to the people who need it the most. And well, actually, when we heard of that idea, we were like, so why do they need any help? That's an awesome idea in itself. But City Harvest, they do need money. And in New York City, we have one of the best restaurant scenes in the entire world. Coming from Sweden, I don't know if that means a lot. We eat like rotten herring and caviar in tubes and shit like that. But New York City really has an amazing food scene. And there are constantly new restaurants popping out every week. But getting a table to one of these restaurants can be hard. So our idea is called A Table for Good. There we go. Basically what it is that you make a donation to City Harvest by purchasing a restaurant reservation. These are a couple of the amazing restaurants that City Harvest collaborate with today. But we want to make it possible to simply skip the line and at the same time feel good about it. So, Felix, would you go ahead and tell us a little bit how it works?
Yes, people make reservations like they've always done on the phone and also on our campaign site. And if on the go, they can also make it on our smartphone application. And we also make it possible to book a table where people already are checking out restaurants today, such as OpenTable, Yelp, and of course, we do a booking widget on the restaurant's own websites.
So, what would the price be for A Table for Good? Well, that kind of depends on the restaurant. Let's say you would go to Dos Caminos on a Monday, maybe something like $20. But if you go to Balthazar on a Saturday, it's probably a little bit steeper. But it's all based on popularity and demand and the status of the restaurant. And we have two options here. So you can either book a table for good by paying for a flat fee, sort of like eBay is working today. So if you want a table instantly, you can just go and pay the flat fee, which would probably be a little bit steeper price, or you can choose to bid on it and compete with others. So, how do we spread this? Apart from all the publicity and channels we talked about, we launched an exclusive Foursquare check-in that only people at the Table for Good can check into. So, if you choose to purchase a reservation at Table for Good, you get your name and a permanent check-in in the fight for hunger in New York City. So we use Foursquare and Facebook Places, and we would obviously have real people, and not James Brown here. And you can see on your smartphone how much this specific table at this specific restaurant has delivered in the fight for hunger in New York City. This would of course be spread on your social networks. So people like to brag about these sort of things. So it's either posted on Facebook or Twitter, where you can share that you're enjoying great food while fighting hunger in New York. So we believe that this campaign has got legs. We think that it can be like a 5-year campaign. And these are just like a couple of things we've thought about. So maybe you could have a special menu for this table that you work out with, that only people sitting at this table can enjoy. We think that this could be a good thing for tourists and hotels. People are just here over the day or over the weekend, and they don't have time to make reservations, to wait months, be able to access all these amazing restaurants that City Harvest has the opportunity to work with. We think it could be something in conference packages. So if you're here on a business trip, for instance, Stick out your expense report, Visa card, and go there, buy yourself a reservation at a nice restaurant. Maybe there's something in gifting the table. So you give this amazing gift away to someone else, be able to enjoy food while fighting hunger in New York City, for people who need it most. And lastly, well not least, we can just have some kind of chambre séparée thing where we have a set of private dining area with other tables for goods. And this could be kicked off with a gala event. So why is this good for the restaurants? Publicity, basically. It's going to be a lot of publicity with the Table for Good. It's going to be all these channels we talked about, Yelp, OpenTable, where tons and tons and tons of people are making reservations today already. Social networks like Facebook and Twitter, smartphone application, the microsite, and of course on restaurants' own websites. And why is this good for the donors? Well, it shows that they're serious about eating good food and doing good at the same time. It shows off that they're donating without actually bragging about it, because they're enjoying food while fighting hunger in New York City at the same time. And bottom line, it's never been easier to get a reservation in New York City, even at the most amazing restaurants that this city has to offer. So why is it good for City Harvest? Well, we think it's a relatively inexpensive solution. So we're already working with City Harvest, existing partners, and the logistics of setting this up we hope will be quite easy. It shows that City Harvest is serious about the best food New York City has to offer. And by giving the best food to people who need it most, by having ordinary New Yorkers eating at these amazing restaurants. And as long as people continue to eat out, which we hope they will, City Harvest will continue to raise money. So, bottom line here, a Table for Good offers New Yorkers a new way to make donations simply by doing what they're already doing, enjoying great food. All right, thank you very much.
Thanks.